everybody, welcome back to Total Spotfest. It is interview time, and we have a special guest, a returning special guest, that's right. And Chris from Journey Pro. We are going to go over the Journey Pro card, talk wrestling. I want to talk some video games, and we'll just see what else will happen. So, Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm still... I finally caught up on sleep because I was still buzzing off of the show. So what I kept doing is I'd get home late after the... I got home late after the show, and then I went, oh, right, I can go watch it. And so I did. So I didn't sleep very well that night, or the night after that, because I was like, oh, I could still go watch it again if I want to take notes.
I rewatched it on Saturday myself. You know, I had to catch up on some Witcher when I got home. So
see, I'm trying to get there, but I'm also trying to finish. Oh God, what's it called? It's the League of Legends show that's on Netflix. It's really good.
Yeah,
the animated show.
It's the anime one, isn't it? Yeah.
Arcane.
Yeah.
Arcane. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I'm not a League of Legends guy.
It's so good.
Is it good?
It's really good.
I've heard it's
and
good.
I don't like League of Legends. I don't even really know what that is. I know it's a MOBA, but
yeah,
right.
The show is awesome.
And I'm not really an anime guy, but I've heard, you know, there's some that I will follow through with. So
it's good.
Well, I'm 90s anime, like so Akira, Vampire Hunter D.
And it's not. I wouldn't say it's.
Heidi.
Yeah. Yes. I wouldn't say it's anime. I would say it's an animated program. More like DreamWorks and things like that.
It didn't scream like anime to me when I saw trailers and previous forwards. Whatever. So
yeah, it's good.
Witcher season 2 is good. It is good. It's interesting. It feels like a setup for a bigger payoff sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm through episode 5, so yeah, and I know there's only 8, so I'm like, oh well, I powered through a lot, and it's like, yeah, it feels like they're setting up for more, like, and that's typical Witcher fashion.
Well, it's also, you know, I don't mind when series do that, when, you know, because, you know, you get the first season kicks your butt, right? Like, woo, it's good. And then they got, you know, all right, we got that. We got the long run. We got the bye. We got to set this up for 3 and 4 more years, right? So you got to have a setup season to kind of get all your cards in play. But definitely, by the time you're done with it, you're like, okay, they've definitely aligned some things for some long haul. This is a wrestling podcast, folks. I swear we're going to get to wrestling, but
yeah.
We do also, like Jamie said, I also have, we have some impossible games we got to play with Chris later on. I have a new version. I think you're going to really appreciate it too, Jamie. So, So, why don't we get right to it? So this past Friday was the final Journey Pro show of 2021. The December show, probably one of the best cards Journey Pro's put together.
Top to bottom, for sure.
Definitely since they've been back, but probably all together, the card was ridiculously good. Die Hard 2 is also a Christmas movie. Really good crowd at Blip Roasters, and I don't know why that surprised me, but it did, because I don't know. We were keeping an eye on like the counter online, and I'm like, oh my god, they didn't sell out, but it felt like there was more people there than before.
Yeah. So part of that is our. I may have you cut this depending on what I say here, but
so we're gonna do it.
Yeah, T, just in case. Make a mental note of this timestamp. So we have a feeling that people are getting in without checking in or getting tickets. So that's where we are. That's where we're thinking what's going on. So there might be a new way of checking in at future shows to make sure that doesn't happen.
That makes sense. I mean, you know,
like probably like a will call list or something, and we check in as you come in.
We'll like the old way.
A few people out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure DJ's told you about the way they used to do it at Kansas, right?
Yeah. Walter was talking to me about it today.
Yeah, it worked pretty well, honestly. It worked pretty darn well. So okay, well, we've
been so under the gun the last 2 shows of basically we can't start breaking down blip until 4:30, and doors are at 6:30. So we basically have 2 hours to flip that entire room and be ready.
Wow.
And as you've seen, we kind of haven't been opening right at 6:30 just because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But
okay. We had DJ's mom to entertain the crowd this time.
perfect. That's perfect.
She was your favorite fave of the crowd, man. She was the hype woman for
she
sure.
was all
Good.
about
Love her.
it. So let's talk a little bit about Die Hard 2's Christmas movie. So this is your second show as being part of the ownership group, and you know, as far as how it went, you know, what did you think first of all about the show? You know, preparations to it. I know that it actually came together pretty quickly after the last show, right?
Yeah, basically, DJ and I had worked on the card the same day that we worked on Thanksgiving. Like the day we finished Thanksgiving, we were already mapping stuff out for this show.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of had a little more jump on it. You know, like week of, I was feeling pretty good. I was like, I don't know what else I have to do. And then, of course, as wrestling tends to happen, is you just all the problems start to arise that week. They're not the weeks beforehand. It's the week of the show, a couple days before the show. That's when you're going to have the most of your problems. So, yeah, I think the show went well. The crowd was great. They were hot for pretty much everything, which was good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and the room was full. Everybody had a good time. Yeah, I'm very happy, and I'm happy that I have a video that I can quickly reference like right away.
Yeah, the stream was wonderful, was very good, and you know, not to say anything negative, but I know that in the past there had been some issues with the streams, you know, whatever. But we knew that you guys coming in would have, you know, with your production setups and you know, Hartzell with his radio.
Well, and even with these,
it looked great.
Yeah, even with these new guys, like, I mean, it's not a perfect stream or anything by that means, but we basically did a trial run. We kind of know what we need to do now. We know what works, what doesn't work, those kind of things. And, you know, moving forward, we're just going to be all the better for it, because I had a lot of compliments on the stream and how good it looked. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, it does look good. Oh, that's not right. Well, that's not right. Oh, well, we'll fix it. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Right. The
you know,
that you
we'll
see
get there.
that you're ultra critical about, sure.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But those guys, Corey, Jeff, and God, the other guy is escaping me. The Roman cam guy that was great. They did a great job. That's the first time they ever shot wrestling before.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Literally never shot it in their lives, but they were professionals.
Yeah, they crushed it.
At
They
doing video and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I feel like they picked it up pretty well, because I would not have known. It worked really well.
I gave them some reference points and just said, hey, this is kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So our
So
Christmas movie, go ahead.
Can we talk some wrestling matches?
Yeah,
Can we talk about some of these matches?
Let's get into the card and go over it, because, like we said, the card was loaded. Lots of good matches. Me and Jamie both have our thoughts on favorite match of the night, as well as a few favorite moments of the night. So.
Okay. Oh, I know exactly what his favorite moment is. I know exactly what his favorite moment is.
Yeah, I hope you do. It is not hard to figure out. So.
I know you haven't even been around Journey Pro that long, and you already know, because I'm not afraid to share what I want.
It was fantastic. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I apologize. I'm actually in the middle of doing this recording, like switching. Like I'm finding that we're all backwards, so I'm like flipping all of us back and forth. So
beautiful. No,
bear
that's
with us on YouTube.
Do it on the fly.
Hey, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I recently upgraded my computer and settings and things and changings and whatever. So it is what it is. But all right, so card. Start off with what was it? It was Arjun Singh.
Arjun Singh and Austin Reddick. Yep.
Who?
So
the first time seeing both of them live.
this is the
you
second
saw
time
that-
we've seen Arjun. We've seen Arjun once.
We've seen Arjun.
Lemonade Park.
Yeah.
It's our first time seeing live.
Which since he's been at Weekend of Journeys,
yeah, he was part.
he
of
has
the
been a busy man. Like he's been on Dark 3 times. 3 times he's been on AEW Dark, and they even had him down in Orlando. So I mean, that guy is doing something. And then Reddick, oh dude, he's played my heart because like we called him Budget Nick Gage.
Budget Nick Gage.
Budget Nick Gage. You know, I mean, obviously we know who he
Pretty
is.
Nick Gage, but that's cool too.
His picture is fine, but he trimmed his beard from his picture to have like the real short stubble beard. And with the headband, if he didn't have the headband, whatever, but with the headband, he looks like Nick Gage.
He did some really good crowd work. A lot of stuff
yeah.
where Texas started getting a lot of Texas sucks chants were happening, so that was fun.
It's really good to kind of get the crowd started. You know, that's the type of stuff you want that first match to set off a good tone.
Yeah,
It definitely did. That was a hell of a match. It was a fun one to watch.
yeah, that was the first. Like, I was like, oh right, it's on Twitch right now, and I opened it up on my phone, and I just remember there's this moment. I was standing backstage, and I opened it up, and I turned to show Gary and Walter, and I think Austin has Singh in like a single leg crab, and Singh is like reaching towards the camera, and they're like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, this is what the stream looks like right now."
The stream was great. Yeah,
great.
no, that match was great. I had a lot of fun with that one. It definitely got the crowd hot and bothered, ready to go. It was a perfect opening match.
Nice. So up next was the scramble. Pepper Cricket.
5-man
Bankston.
In the scramble. So
Yeah,
Yellow Dog couldn't make it, right?
Could not make it. Yeah. We found out just a couple hours before the show that he wasn't going to be able to make it down.
It happens, you know. Cars subject to change. That's
yeah. Yeah. Well, you know.
Now I don't remember DJ, because DJ does the announcing. For those of you who've not been to his show, DJ, one of the other owners, he's been on here before on our podcast. He does the announcing at the live events. Looked like a Christmas pimp this time.
He did look like a Christmas pimp. Yep.
I enjoyed that, but I didn't hear him say what the title of the scramble was. We were supposed to have a title for that, right?
You know what? We were supposed to do like a whole poll and everything, and then like the day we were like, hey, let's get that poll up. All of a sudden, it was like right as I was like, hey, let's get that poll up. It was like, and immediately other shit is hitting the fan that we have to attend to, and so it just got lost in the shuffle of wrestling business minutia.
The Hans Gruber Memorial about scramble.
No.
You're gonna go with the fucking Rolex.
Ollie Gennaro's Rolex Memorial Scramble.
Wow.
That's
the holiday scramble.
Thank you. Moving on quick.
I have a scramble now.
Jamie's got to take it in next step. I mean, you could have even said the early 90s Vader Time watch scramble if we really want to go there. This is one of my Christmas gifts from the Journey Pro people, by the way. I'm wearing it.
Oh, fantastic. So that was Pepper Cricket, Darian Bankston, Mighty Micah, Campbell Myers, and SK Bishop.
Which, can we just talk about the premiere for just a hot second? Like, the more and more I see them, the more and more I love them. They are the perfect young cocky heels. I love the fact that Campbell Myers always gets a coffee before he starts and drinks it and sips it.
So meta and weird and awesome.
It's so great.
I love it.
So great. Like, those guys work the crowd so well. Just those two. And then Bankston, we always have Bankston just doing great things too. But you know, on the heel side, those two definitely brought the thunder.
What did you guys think of Bankston? He had a little promo after the match, after yet another win.
I think he's got a tremendous upside. You know, he's won 2 in a row here. He showed up good for pretty much every Journey Pro show since he's been back. You know, he looked really good at weekend of journeys, and so it was a good little promo. He was getting a lot of good heat, at least from my side, our side of the room. So it's good because I didn't hear the whole promo, but that's a great thing. So
Yeah.
I dig it. I think he's got a tremendous upside. And
I do too. He's a good young heel for sure. Big fan, and I love the fact that no one can spell his name.
Yeah, and I
it's got to be a work. It's got to be a work.
He kicked.
By now, it's got to be.
Mighty Micah's head off, I'm pretty sure. I only saw like the last second of that impact, and I was like, oh my God.
Right.
Yeah, it looks stiff. Good.
Well, Mighty Micah trying to do the butt bomb, and he's not Buns of Steel, so it's like, come on, Micah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But continuity was good there with it, too. Dottie Pepper Cricket we love, or Santa Pepper Cricket. You know?
Santa Pepper Cricket. Yeah, he was great. Came out and gave everybody candy canes and stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
So that's a lot of fun. Bankston, once again, Bankston's on a roll here. Maybe there's a scramble next show in February. Maybe he'll win that too. Maybe he's off to better things. Who knows?
Who is to say?
Well,
I bet you are.
Me, I am to say. I'm not giving it away here.
That's good. Yet.
You have confidence. All right, so moving on from there.
We had Heidi Howletzer versus Quinn McKay.
That match fucked. It was so great. It was good to see.
It
was so good to see Quinn McKay wrestle in a Journey Pro ring. We've seen her so many times. That's the first time I've ever seen her wrestle. And my God, she is more shredded than Julian Salad, man. Like, she is just ripped.
Girl got some guns on her too. You know, I know. I've seen her. Like, yeah, she looks good. She got, you know, but no, she got some pipes and ooh. So
yeah, like and happy birthday, by the way, Quinn McKay. It was the day right after. But like Dak, you know, he's genetically jacked as well. But man, like if you pound for pound, I think she's more ripped than he is.
They ever have babies, they're gonna have little, you know, babies coming out with like little 8-packs and stuff. It's gonna be
bored with 8-packs.
Insane.
Bored with 8-packs.
Yeah. But it was a great juxtaposition of style. Heidi, we all know and love. You know, the purveyor of butt stuff. You know, she knows how to work. She knows how to work a crowd like nobody. And you know, Quinn was definitely, I would say, the fan favorite. You know, a lot of people, you know, have known of Quinn for a while and everything like that. So, but you know, the size difference played in well. It was a good juxtaposition. I thought that it was a very well done match between the two of them, with you know size versus not the whole David and Goliath thing necessarily, but you definitely had that size variance, and you know, Quinn looked great. I mean, Heidi we knew was going to look great, but Quinn looked really good.
Yeah, those chops that you gave to Heidi were fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And I love the fact, like, and Heidi did too. She's like, wrestling, because the girls were doing like legit old school wrestling. And it was near and dear to my heart watching some of that stuff. The only thing I wish it had in there, I got later, so I'm good. You know, so I'll just leave it at that.
And those of you watching already know what it is because you saw it on our bumper for this video. But those of you listening, you can probably guess as well because there's something that Jimmy would be screaming already, and he hasn't. So
it's a maneuver where you grab both legs. The giant swing. It's a giant swing.
It's a giant swing.
Yeah, it's Cesaro up in the house. So real good for a women's wrestling match. Take no offense to this comment, but I like to see more than one women's match. But I know booking is a thing. So
yeah, in February.
Sure is.
Yeah, next year, 2022, I think we'll definitely get to see some of that. So.
Oh yeah, there'll definitely be more shows with 2 women's matches in it for sure.
Kick ass.
That's awesome.
Kick ass.
I'm a big fan of women's wrestling. I know my daughter Megan, she is as well. Obviously, she was supposed to come, as we talked about, but then she had the douche boyfriend guy who now they're good friends, which is really weird because
wait, back to
teenagers, whatever.
So this guy, so she found out he's a douchebag. That's her words. And...
A little bit. Well, yeah, he broke her prom, so she's just like, fuck that guy. But now, like, they're just gonna be friends. I'm like, God, teenagers, because I mean, I've done the same thing back when I was a teenager, so I get it. I don't get it, but I get it.
Well, the worry is, of course, his chicks dig assholes. So is he a douchebag?
I mean, that's why I've been married for 20 years.
It's true.
Hey.
It's true. Hey, Jen.
She loves me and hates me. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, let's move along here. So, and by the way, yes,
Moving
like I
along.
said, we are definitely go check out if you can, Heidi. Look at this shirt. Look at the fabulousness of her shirt. It was
Look at
so
that.
good. And
It's gorgeous, yes.
me and Jay we were guaranteed because you guys definitely recommended to, and we're like we need to support your local wrestlers that come to local shows, and so we got shirts. So you can't quite see. Jamie's got a hoodie Howletts shirt there, of course, but. So I was looking around there, and I love my wrestlers to death, and Dak had a nice shirt. I saw a hoodie shirt. I tried to get a Donnie Pepper Cricket shirt, but he didn't have my size. He only had one that was a black shirt. And here's my thing, Chris. Hi, I'm JJ. My likes include professional wrestling, metal. I went to the University of Missouri, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I've got fucking black t-shirts to last. So if you're a wrestler out there who has a non-black t-shirt, I know I'm not alone in this community that's just like, oh my god, more black t-shirts, really. So the fact that Heidi had a non-black t-shirt appealed to me. Plus I like supporting her. I enjoy Heidi, and the shirt's awesome. So
I wish I would have seen that shirt. I would have got it too.
oh, it's so good.
That shirt's badass. Like,
It's so
I mean,
good.
the Mad Max fan in me is just going like just off
It's got
about
the
that shirt.
skulls
It's
up
so
here.
good.
It's got like this like cow skull engine on the bottom. Oh my god, it's so good. So good.
Very
So-
Fury Road.
So Heidi, when you come back, bring more of these shirts. Everyone wants to buy them.
Yep. Do
Yes.
that.
All right.
Please. All right.
So from
Sorry.
there we went to. Did we have Moonshine next, or do we have Gary? Wait a minute. Who do we have next?
No.
The grade A beef. They want the steak.
That's right. Because we went right into
Shame on you.
On you.
Crowd didn't miss a beat with that too, man. It was so good.
I was so happy to see that too, because
And this match of Dak and Jah-C stole the fucking show.
on the
End of
announcement-
story. I don't care what anybody says.
This was the match.
I think that was the best match of the night.
100%. On the announcement, you were there. You saw that, Chris. I said, "Oh, that match is going to fuck."
It
This
indeed.
match indeed
Confirmed.
fucked.
Confirmed.
So this had a little bit of everything, You started
Promos
off
to
with-
start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even before the start, you had the good mic chops of Jah-C out there. And then met by, and I didn't really get the whole where we're going with this. I was hoping that the whole sizzle and meat and steak thing would lead to a meat chant, but nobody followed me on that. But whatever. And then they get into it. I mean, it had a little bit of everything. There's a little catch wrestling going on in it. You had good back and forth, strong moves. Each guy shined at different moments. There was work on, was it Dak's leg or his arm that Jah-C was going after? I can't remember, but
I would have to watch it again. Yeah.
but he was going after his body part, and there was good selling on both. I mean, just all in all, the match was just fan-fucking-tastic. Close calls, near pinfalls, everything you want.
If you want to watch this match, you can go do that at twitch.tv/journey2anarchy, like the number 2.
Journey number 2. Links down below. See it right there.
So Chris,
and
I have 2
that'll go
questions for you on this.
Yes.
So, as a fan, what was your reaction? And as somebody who put on the show, what was your reaction?
To this match?
Yes.
Okay, a couple things before I get too far and I forget. One of my favorite promo lines I've ever heard. Jah-C says, "I'm too hot to handle. I'm too cold to hold." And then I said, I was standing next to
Ghostbusters and we're in
JDX. Yeah,
All the
was standing-
Ghostbusters because you're in
you're
control.
in control. And I go, That's literally like one of the best songs ever made.
Wow.
That's incredible that he just did that. I made JDX laugh so hard that we missed the punchline of him screaming at all the fans. Because the fans erupted after that, and we missed it because we were laughing about Ghostbusters.
I mean, he just pulled out Bobby Brown in the middle of the fucking wrestling show.
Dude, when he said that was the first thing went through my head too. I'm like, just call the Ghostbusters because they're in control. Like, come on.
Yes, that's exactly
I'm
what I did.
looking around like, come on.
Yeah, this match was fantastic. There is some really great moments on just watch it on Twitch because there is some amazing shots in this match. Dak got a little color on him.
He did.
He got a little color.
Not the only one tonight to get color, by the way.
That's true. Yeah, Jah looked like he wanted to use a turnbuckle hook, which was very scary and shot very well. Yeah, those are like, what's crazy is like right now I'm more of a nerd on the production side, so I'm specifically remembering times while I was standing there and I was watching the cameraman and where he was and the shot that he was getting at that exact moment. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like there's one part where like Dak was on the the camera guy nearly got taken out by Jah because Jah did a pass. He did like a pass through the ropes, like a swing, and like just nearly killed him. It was amazing. Nearly killed the camera guy. And then like really soon after that, Dak is on the apron. Jah gets up on the top rope and jumps off onto him and like hits him with an elbow. And right after he hits him with the elbow, Jah stands up and he's just like drooling and snotty. It's just so amazing. And he's just
so good.
It is just like
so good
balling out.
live.
It was like, this is fantastic.
Was right there. Oh my
God. It was great.
I find it interesting too that because we get off on seeing the spots, being the marks that we are, but you being the production nerd, you're like, where's the shot? Spot versus shot. So
well, it was a spot and shot. It was like everything in tandem, everything happening at the same time. Me seeing that was like, holy shit, we got something. We got some good stuff. And the ending was good too, because I believe Dak caught Jah cross-bodied, and he went to go do his finish here, and he couldn't quite do it at first. And then so he shook it off and did it. It was fantastic. Loved it.
Dak's consummate professional. I've been a fan of Dak since I first saw him at NWL. Remember first NWL show he went to, saw Dak, and you guys were like, oh, he's kind of like a Dijakovic Nick. No, that guy's got it. That guy's gonna be. I knew right then that guy's gonna make it. He's got the look. He's got the body. He's
R.I.P. Dijakovic.
I know, right? But I killed that. But digressing here. But yeah, so anyways, I've been a long fan of Dak, and it's good to see him back in a Journey Pro ring because that was wonderful. So.
It was a great match.
Yeah, so you get both Quinn and Dak make show up and get their first wins back in Journey Pro. So that was wonderful.
Yeah,
it was.
Then we had Moonshine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
the match that wasn't, but was, and it made my heart happy.
This was billed the payoff from Thanksgiving's post main event fallout. Moonshine Mantell versus Kenny Alfonso. And this match never started.
No, it did not.
And it was amazing.
It was glorious. So it started off, Moonshine's coming out with Greg Jovi, of course. Here comes Greg Jovi, who, oh my God, that man.
He stumbled on his way up the apron. Amazing. Added so much to it.
It's so Jovi. It's so Jovi. It really is. so he gets the crowd heated up, and then Moonshine comes out, and he gets jumped by a barista. Oh no, that's Kenny Alfonso doing, a somersault from behind the bar onto him, and in street clothes, and no fucks given. We're just going straight to town. Brawling on the floor, chairs brought in, brawling around around the crowd, back up near the ring. Jovi tries to choke Alfonso with his belt. The belt gets used as a weapon, and then they go outside, and I went with them. Jamie didn't join us.
I didn't make it. I was just giddy.
I just definitely did. And so they're outside brawling in the street, which looked fantastic on the stream, by the way. The way it came in and shot, and
the whole segment on the stream, except for like 2 cuts where it just like cuts to like a bunch of people standing right in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I have rewatched this segment, I don't know, 50, maybe more times since the show. Yeah. Because it's the most like story heavy thing we did, and it's like for me at least is the most like proof of concept thing that I can show people and be like, this is what we do.
Yeah, well, Jamie, talk about the story, because we both made comments about that then in the near aftermath. They came back in the ring, and
yes, yeah.
They came
Finish it
back
off
in,
first.
Yeah, they came back in, and then Moonshine got the upper hand, grabbed a chair, put his head up next to the ring post, and rang his bell. He killed Kenny, so...
You bastard.
He had to be carried out. But you really went in on this afterwards about the long-term arc for this, Jamie. So talk about your proclivities here.
Yeah, so as a fan of long-term storytelling and long-term booking, this one is definitely going down that path, because this all really started at Weekend at Journeys, when Jovi, when Kenny said, whatever, Jovi, I'm doing this, because he had Buddy,
Evangelistico.
Evangelistico, right. Thank you. I just know it was Buddy.
The betrayer of the Buddy system, yes.
Yeah. But, so it starts there, and I loved how that started there. Then, it went into the secret show when KLD showed up, Letterman. He shows up, and then that happens. They have the next match at Thanksgiving, which then Moonshine came in, and then this happens. Like, this long-term storytelling is just amazing, and this story fucks so hard, because it is just setting up this meteoric rise of Kenny Alfonso, and you guys have came up with such a great storyline for this, because he is that good, and he deserves this spotlight, and the crowd is so behind him, and it was not manufactured. It's probably the best way I could put it. It wasn't a manufactured, like, oh, he's a face, I gotta like him. It is 100% organic, and it is just a beautiful thing to see. Like, one, Kenny get his deserved praise, and 2, the fans just eating this up like, it's free cake, man. Like, we are just all about it.
There is Adriana took a bunch of photos of this segment. She took photos of the whole show, right. But there is pictures that she has up, and the moment the pictures are fantastic, because she kind of saw everything that was happening. I don't think she knew what was going to happen, but she got like the photo of Kenny hiding, which is funny.
Oh, great.
Yeah, there's like a picture of Kenny hiding, and he's like,
that's great.
And then there is like, it's perfectly photographed of Mantel walking out, the splash of water into his face, the somersault into him, and then Kenny standing up and looking at the crowd, and you, sir, JJ, Patriot Pat, and a couple other people are just like, and I am like, it gives me goosebumps, because I'm like, yes, that's exactly the reaction you should have when Kenny Alfonso appears from nowhere and starts kicking ass.
I mean, he is Journey Pro's ultimate face, and in the best way. We have predictions about what'll happen. I know we'll try to tip your hat I know you.
Well, I want to know. I want to know what your predictions are.
So my prediction is twofold here. So I think that because we both are in agreement, and most people we talk to are in agreement that the payoff for this is going to happen in a big fashion. Like the payoff for this feud is going to just blow the roof off, and that's not something you give away, right? So my thought is, and love me some Blip Roasters. I know talking to Walter and DJ in the past before, and you guys hinting at us as well. I know that the plan is to get a different long-term place with a little more capacity, something like that. So my thought is, whenever you guys get that, be that in February, March, April, whatever it is, that's when you have the payoff in the biggest fashion ever, because that's your marquee thing, the ascension of Kenny Alfonso. Maybe, and here's my second thing, maybe it's even for the inaugural Journey Pro title.
That's exactly what I think. It's gonna be for the Journey Pro title, long-term storytelling. Like, you guys are gonna mandate that they can't touch each other. They can't touch each other while they're in the tournament. They go at each other for the championship. Kenny Alfonso gets the W in a no DQ match. Yes, and he's gonna have some alliance come from it, I think.
So, there's us fantasy booking for you. He's trying real hard not to tip his hat. You can see it in his face. Well,
then intermission. So
and then intermission, which okay. Devil's advocate. One thing, an intermission bumper would have been good for your stream, because there are a lot of people that were just like, "What's going on? Where's this fucking match?"
Yes. Yeah. Wanted to. Yeah. We're running out of time for stuff, and so anything that would have just, even if it would have just, the cameras would have been rolling and just showing that it's intermission. Yeah. It was fine with me. They don't even need a bumper. Yeah. Just show that the ring is empty. We're all walking around and doing stuff. But BRB on the screen. We'll do we'll have all that sorted out for sure next time.
The graphic artist in me coming out there. So yeah.
For sure. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this came off.
It looked great.
And I'm not going to sit here and take all the credit for this, because these guys are professionals. So when you're like, you guys are booking this so well, I'm like, thank you, but it's not all me. It's not, you know what I mean?
Right. I know, but
it's a collective effort between all of us.
We're telling you as a representative of the company. There you go.
Yes, thank you. I'm very excited for what's to come there.
So intermission came, and both me and Jamie realized that we need to pace ourselves if our voices are going to last to the Howletts main event, because we were really going. Everybody was really going hard. I mean.
Yeah, I was getting worried that people were gonna get a little too tired, because this is a long show.
I wasn't necessarily tired. I was more worried about the hoarseness of my voice.
Yeah. It's just a long show. I wanted to make sure everybody was still good by the end,
Oh, we were. I mean, the crowd was hot for that last one too, but you closed it with the right match. So
luckily they serve warm beverages there, so I was able to ease my throat. So.
So yeah, intermission, and then it was Christian Rose and Gary J.
Okay, are you gonna start with this? Because I got thoughts.
I know what you're gonna go with, but you go ahead and start with it. I know what you mean.
Okay, so first off, hell of a match. Secondly, the chops were fantastic. Third is Gary J turned heel because he grabbed the motherfucking tights.
Not just that, he did all the heel things. The beginning of the match, he snuck out, hid behind the ropes and the heel move going outside. He did that. He also was the one who pulled the chair out. The chair he later got almost annihilated on the apron, which looked.
Oh my God! Yes. Ooh, my back still kind of hurts from that.
On the replay, I thought, well, maybe it won't look as bad. It looked just as vicious on the replay, if not more.
I need to rewatch that one. I really need to rewatch that.
Go to at least that spot. So he pulled the chair out in the middle of it, and then at the end he pulled the tights to get the pinfall. Heel Gary J? Is this really a thing?
I I don't think it's necessarily heel Gary J. I think it's more that he's not going to lose. Like, he's just not going to... Like, Gary J will not allow himself to lose. Like,
okay.
Christian Rose is talking all the mess about the first time he beats... Or first time Gary J loses, it's going to be to Christian Rose. Gary just won the Anarchy title like 2 months ago, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's not gonna put up with that shit. You know? Like, he's gonna, like, you know, I don't necessarily, like, he also picked him up at the end of the match. So I don't think that, you know.
I want to believe you. I want to.
Yeah.
But I just can't, because just too many signals.
Jamie is
too many signals.
Jamie is definitely a connoisseur of heeldom. So hashtag heel shit.
Well, hashtag heel shit. But I would also say that there are a lot of faces that do heel shit.
Well, it's not wrong.
I appreciate that.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
But I feel it. Like, I feel it in my bones. Like, he might be a face in Anarchy, but he's a heel for us. Like, it'd be perfect.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's still a face. Every time he comes out, it's definitely face
no, don't
style,
get me wrong.
you know
Don't get me wrong.
I'm
Don't get me wrong. But I
thinking...
could see it. I could see it.
Oh, you
happening.
just think there's seeds. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so Jamie's favorite heel is the heel that doesn't think he's a heel, you know, or the heel that's that tweener bit, you know, the plays.
Oh, Cody Rhodes,
Codelander.
Codelander's not sticking. Stop that. It's not.
It's pretty good, but it's everybody just calls him Homelander anyway, you know, because he wore that. He wore that whole thing. Yeah,
that's what I'm calling him, Codelander. See, it fits.
Does fit.
Fine.
If the shoe fits.
You're right now the only person who says it, though. Maybe Chris will be number 2, and maybe you'll start a movement. But
I mean, if he drinks breast milk on TV, we know what he is.
His wife is feeding. I mean, they do have a baby, so it is what it is. All right. So,
anyway, we're getting off the
match
rails
is fantastic. You do yourself a service, if nothing else. Go back and watch that spot of Gary J damn near dying on the apron, because my God, that was foolish.
Yeah.
It's the second best spot of the night.
Let's get right to it then. All right.
Oh, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
I know. We got it. Let's move along.
We got next one, 7th match of the card: Langley versus Everett Connors.
So, surprisingly, because obviously Langley stepped in because JJ Garrett was unable to be there. Which
one day we will get JJ Garrett versus Everett Connors. We will. I know it.
and Everett Connors comes out, looks like he just got off the set of Rad. You know, like
I did.
I
loved it. I love me some Everett Connors. JJ got a shout out from him because JJ went like this to him and he gave him the point, which was awesome in the very beginning. No, this match was really good. Again, like, Luke has came so far as just being a tag team guy to being this monstrosity that he is as a singles competitor. It's really good to see his arc as a wrestler.
That brainbuster is just every
beautiful.
Time he hits it, I'm pretty sure he killed the person. He did it to Dallas at Thanksgiving, which allowed Christian Rose to kind of take control there. But then this time he did it to Connors. It was just like the same thing. Like, I was terrified that somebody just died in the ring because this brainbuster looks so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, I do want to say that, you know, the one negative I have for Luke is calling his shot every time. Brainbuster! It's like, yes, we know what your finisher is. Just, you know, get to it, man. But he continue. Yeah, it's a gripe, right? It's a minor thing, but he continually just looks better and better and better every time we see him. So
yeah, he's phenomenal.
I love it. Looks great. Everett Connors, we know what he got. You know, he's already in doing the things. He's in GCW. You know, so
he's about to go to the UK for a few months.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, him and Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
And on Twitter, he's teasing like him and Darian Bingston. It's a tag team thing, which
I
really
saw
like.
that.
I know.
I saw that.
Is that interesting? Because I think that's a very interesting tag team.
It is.
support it.
It is interesting, but I wouldn't say that Everett Connors is a heel. And I know that Darian Bankston is definitely a heel.
He's definitely a heel. I mean, shit. Darian's feuding with DJ right now.
And Hartzell, and I don't know if you got to I can't remember. I think it was this match he did commentary on.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you go back and listen to that commentary, Hartzell, I mean, I don't know what he's thinking. He's cutting off a professional wrestler every time he starts talking. Like, I know that Hartzell's done some training, but man, like, you know, we at Journey Pro have some, you know, disagreements, let's say, with Darian Bankston, but like, yeah, it's getting kind of out of control.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see what with the two of them together, and almost like an unholy alliance sort of thing. Because Everett's face, sure, but he's such a unique personality.
Like the rock and sock connection. Heel and face. It worked.
Oh, it is what it is.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Okay. So.
Here we are.
After this match.
I already know where this is going.
After this match.
We're not even going to talk about how amazing the match was at all.
We are definitely going to do that. I am usurping the time here for a moment because we are going to. James is going to quickly delve into his world, right? But the next match was, I want to say, if it wasn't for just the awesomeness that was Jah-C and Dak Draper, this would have been my match of the night because this was damn near as good, every little bit of it, right?
It was 1B for sure.
It was thank you, yes. So Jeremy Wyatt versus JDX, who Jamie's going to wax poetically in a moment, but I'm just a huge fan of JDX in general. I said this in the preview that we did last week. Seeing him before, you know, seeing his body of work and seeing him on other shows as it is right now, this guy has got he's got nothing but upside going forward. And these guys put on a hell of a show. A lot of catch wrestling to start off with this. A lot of catch. And, you know, just the mastery is what it is. Moves, spots, all the stuff. And then it happened. Jamie?
So, let's just take a moment to reflect on what was about to be spoken about. So, there is this moment where JDX catches Jeremy Wyatt on the ground, and he picks up his legs, and he starts to turn him. And I'm right here by JJ, and I just put my arm on, like, oh my God.
I have a clutch on my left arm.
I'm like, oh my God. And so let me take you back before we get there. Earlier in the day, I tweeted at JDX saying, hey, since Jeremy Wyatt is a baby-ass bitch, basically, why don't you do a Liontamer on him? He goes, a Chicago Crab. He put a picture of him doing a Liontamer. I'm like, yes, that's glorious. So he can do one. And then he starts to do it. Like, because I've seen it now. I've seen a picture of it. And he starts to do it. And literally, this is what happened. I'm like, right here. And I cannot hear anything. Like, it is just dead silent in my head. And I see him starting to turn him. And then I look right over at DJ because DJ sees me because I pop up. I pop straight up. And then DJ just points right at me. I'm like, it's happening. I'm like, it's a Liontamer. And I saw it and like, I just was like, oh my God. I saw it and I was just like on cloud 9 for the rest of the night. The show could have ended right there. It was everything I wanted and then some. It is a Christmas miracle. I got a Liontamer put on Jeremy Wyatt, my Twitter feud person, and it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. Now I want to see JDX come back and win a match with it now, since I've seen one in the wild. I want to see him tap somebody out. I have got to
say, I was standing outside next to Walter and Jovi, and we were watching the match through the glass, you know, in that like little
park area to the
park
north.
Area, yeah. And it started happening, and I went, holy shit, he's going to do a Liontamer. And then I look over and I see you going. It was incredible.
I really wanted to. Whenever it happened, and we were trying to holler at Heidi to do one because Quinn would have been a good person to do. Whoever would have done a Liontamer. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get the video of it. I wanted to get them doing it. Go over to Jamie. Get a video of him doing it. Go over to Jamie to see his genuine reaction. But it happened so quick. And to be fair, for those of you who watched the replay, yes, he only held it for a second in the full Liontamer before Jeremy reversed it, but it did happen.
It did happen.
Felt
It was
like
definitely a thing that was happening.
And I wanted to get it, but Jamie's face was like Ralphie on fucking Christmas morning getting his fucking
Red Ryder BB gun. Yes.
It was a Christmas miracle. It was a thing of beauty. So
Yeah, and then the Triple B guys go, Jamie, you finally got your Liontamer. I'm like, it's a Christmas miracle.
Everybody, Bird Girl was sitting right next to us. Everybody was like, Jamie got it. The asshole who's been yelling Liontamer for 3.5 years at every fucking show finally got his Liontamer.
Quick shout out to Bird Girl for making a naughty and nice list. Amazing.
Yeah, the best crafting by far. Although she put Christian Rose on the naughty list and the Howletts. So,
It should have been Gary J on the naughty list. Just saying, because he grabbed some tights. Just saying. But whatever. I digress.
But yeah, and her shirt was fantastic too. She had an Anaya shirt, and she put some, so it became Anaya Claus.
It was perfect.
So good.
Amazing.
She crafts hard, so kudos to you, Bird Girl. So after this, we had what, 3 matches left, or just the 2? Two.
We have 2.
2, yeah. So the tag team match was the main event. Next match we had was Dallas Cade versus Miller Lite sponsored Buns of Steel Jay Fowler, apparently.
Incredible gear. Incredible gear.
The gear was great.
Gear was
I
great.
loved it. It was fantastic. It was unexpected as shit, but that's why I loved it. But this is a good staple Journey Pro match. It felt like, right?
Yeah.
You get Dallas Cade and
we were thinking too, if we
and...
the way it was originally supposed to run, it was just going to be too much ass kicking all in a row. We're like, let's have some fun. We need to break this up.
Oh yeah.
Good idea.
You
was
can't
fun.
have everyone kicking ass. It's just these 5 brutal matches all in a row.
Well,
you got to kind of break them up.
Well, that was like an all out this past year, because before they had Kenny Omega and Christian, the match before it was going to be CM Punk versus Darby Allin, but they had to break it up, so they put that Paul White match in the middle of it there, right?
Oh, right. I totally
versus...
forgot that happened.
Right, but
I didn't even watch it. I was in the pisser.
You're in the pisser, and I actually went.
You didn't miss anything.
But it's good for that because it gave you a minute with the break. But it also was a palate cleanser because, like you said, too much ass kicking in a row gets you there. So it was a fun match, and Dallas Cade gets the victory. So way to go, Dallas! Keep on trucking on there.
Yeah, a couple of a few Journey Pro guys got some W's this time.
Yeah.
I feel like pretty deserved with Langley and Cade.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the main event lived up to its billing.
It started off hot and stayed hot the entire time. There was no cool down whatsoever.
I was so worried, dude. I was like, we're going on 3 hours of show. I'm like, this is too much. These people are going to be so tired. Hopefully they'll get up for this, and as soon as it started.
Oh, most definitely. So West Coast Wrecking Crew. Our first time seeing live, at least my first time seeing live. I don't know if
I've never seen them live.
Okay, yeah. My first time seeing live, and we are so excited to see them. Versus the Howletts, the motherfucking Howletts. Hashtag heel shit. Howletts in this bitch with the feud of the year, who none of us saw coming. And I think it was Bird Girl who tweeted out that if you had on your bingo card the feud between Guy's Potato Chips and the Howletts, you win 2021. Because they come out with the trash can and a bag of Guy's Potato Chips, we love us some Guys, sponsor of Journey Pro and delicious food. That party mix is number one top notch.
Their barbecue's the shit.
Also wanna-
they created the barbecue chip.
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to their fry seasoning, the Joe's Kansas City fry seasoning chips. They're awesome.
I'm personally partial to the green onion, but I almost got a bag because this weekend,
Whoa! They have a Joe's fry seasoning. That's
Joe's
crack.
fry
That's crack.
seasoned
That's
potato
like
chip.
legit crack just sprinkled on it. You're
know.
addicted.
I need to get a bag of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Every time I get a bag, every time I see it, I don't get a bag because I know I'm gonna sit there and eat the entire bag in one sitting, and my diet does not want me to do that.
Yeah. No, I know. My next cheat day, which is Saturday, I'm gonna get
Except on the price
some
chopper, get
chips.
some. All right, but he comes out with a bag of guys in a trash can and dumps the guys into the trash can. And if you were worried about the crowd getting up, nope, we were up after that for sure. So.
Didn't know you guys loved potato chips so much. It was amazing. You guys seen this conspiracy that's going on right now?
Yes, I saw
Chipgate.
Chipgate. The Chipgate is cracking my shit up because you're absolutely right. When he started pouring about, there wasn't hardly any left in there. They ate over half that damn bag easily, and they poured out just a little bit into the tub. Like, there's something to it.
Chipgate.
Chipgate 2021.
Conspiracy.
I appreciate it because we are lovers of the Howletts, and I don't remember who saw the meme yesterday, but it was like the guy with the two buttons, right? It's like boo the Howletts, get punched in the face, cheer for the Howletts, get punched in the face. What do you do?
That was Kevin. That was Kevin.
That was Kev. Yeah, it's Kev over at Triple B. But this match was great. This match was fantastic. It was everything you wanted in a match, and that does include shit just divert.
On the crowd,
verging several times in the crowd. There was, continuity there because the Howletts don't get along with any referee, especially Kennedy and Chen. And Kennedy was the referee, and he got taken out by accident by the Howletts. Then they did some heel shit to get close to the win. Needed a ref. One of the other refs came out. Late, of course, got 2 count, and then, of course, Hoodie beats him up. Love that shit. Nia goes to get a rusty ass, and I mean rusty ass chain.
Rusty chain. Yeah, I was like, where the hell did he get that?
Under the ring.
Put it outside. That's where he got that. Found that shit outside.
They got all the classic motorcycle stuff there. I guess I have no idea. It is the West Bottoms, but
that's true.
Whatever. Brings it in the ring. Misses the hit with it. Kennedy comes back, distracts him. He ends up punching Hoodie in the face with the chain, and then West Coast
on accident. I think Jarrell ducked, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Jarrell ducked, and I hit Hoodie right in the face.
Right in the face, and then of course that led to West Coast Wrecking Crew getting the victory. So,
and they are as impressive on TV as they are in person. Because wow, in person they blew my mind. Like how good and clean they were.
So good.
That was
I like that finish they did on Anaya too. It's like a stalling suplex with like a thrust kick situation. That was great.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks badass. Yeah. Now that match fucked too. Like the whole night. Like again, literally on the way home,
ridiculous.
I was just sit like this in the car. Like I couldn't talk. I mean, I was like I went through a journey, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended.
A journey with pro wrestling.
Yeah, it was something because man, like I was wiped. By the time I got home, no shit. I got home, drove home, changed my clothes, brushed my teeth, sat down on the couch to go watch some ESPN to see what I missed. And I was out within 10 minutes, like gone.
It was
worth it.
Like I said, this card was one of the best, and kudos to you guys. Put on a fantastic show. Like I said, the crowd proclivities with ticket issues, whatever. The crowd was into it. It was fantastic. I'm glad there was no eggnog. I am not pro nog. So yes.
I don't want eggnog. Like here's the thing. I don't like eggnog that much, but I would drink it there because it's a special occasion, especially if they had a little rum in it.
God no. I'm sorry.
Icy nog.
I don't need to drink my raw eggs with alcohol. I'm just saying.
It's gross.
I mean, I eat eggs all the time, so it's
I love me eggs.
I mean-
I cook my eggs and they're delicious.
it's egg and nutmeg. It's egg, milk, and nutmeg. What's there not to like? Eggs,
All
milk,
right,
and nutmeg.
Well, and rub.
And rub.
You give us a comment down below, pro nog or anti nog, whatever. So that was the show. Also announced was the next show. So we're taking January off. We already mentioned that in the past.
Correct.
awesome.
Yeah,
And-
taking a break. Thank God, honestly, because they're like with COVID spikes and everything, like and
yeah.
how
It
probably
makes so much
it's just
sense
gonna
to take it
be.
off. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It's
So I'm glad we're doing it,
it's a very good idea.
I'm tired, guys. So I need a.
Well, I mean, these two shows came out less than a month apart from each other, just because of the timing of holidays and the way it worked out. So
Yeah. Yes.
take a little time, take a beat. So it was February 17th,
February 18th.
18th. And
The Love Below.
I love below.
The Love Below.
The love.
The love
okay.
below.
Okay.
The love below.
Do you guys know what that's from?
I'm trying to think.
It's an Outcast record.
It is
The
an
love below.
Oh.
That's right.
Okay, I've heard it before. I was
I know.
like,
I'm trying to think. It's like I know this. I know what this is. Well,
so all right. So can I ask
well-
a few questions about it
Sure.
that I may or might not get any answers to, but I still want to ask it just so I can put it out there in the universe.
Let me
Is it-
consult my notes, my papers. Hold on.
Okay,
get your papers. Get
nice.
your party papers.
Okay.
Is it gonna be a blip?
TBA.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
Maybe not. We don't know.
okay. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
And then, will JDX be at this one? Because he's now my favorite wrestler. I'm not asking you like if he's gonna be a part of a storyline or anything like that. Just is the dude gonna be there?
Maybe.
Percentile?
Well, this is 2 months. This is a little bit under 2 months out, to be fair, with a bunch of independent wrestlers that would be showing up. Do they?
And he's
do you
also
book that
asking
far out?
specific. He's also asking specific questions.
He's asking very
He's not
specific
making
questions.
a very. And I have to be
He's
very
going for a
vague.
very specific reason. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I just want to know if I'm going to see a Liontamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a Liontamer. You said if you got one, you'd be content for a little bit.
I said I'd be content for a whole month. I would take the month of January off.
You. So when we go to DWF in January, you're not going to be yelling for a Liontamer.
I will not yell Liontamer once.
I don't believe you, but okay.
I might do it just to piss off Jeremy Wyatt. But that's
Jeremy
about it.
Wyatt's going to be wrestling Dak Draper. You're going to do
Also, really loved the Jeremy Wyatt Dogwater shout outs again. That was very good.
Oh, over by us, because we were over there by Pat and Lucha Chris, and everybody around us, was just like everybody was in a fantastic, environment. I'm not speaking ill will of the standees in the back or the people on the other side of the ring, but I just know where we were sitting there, we had a fantastic time with the people immediately around us, and they were hot and heavy with the dog water chants.
Well, Jeremy Wyatt's top two fans who give him the most shit were literally sitting right behind each other. So the big, tall, bald dude with all the tattoos,
dude with the big
he was
beard,
right in front of me. Yeah, and then me right behind him. So both the people who yell at Jeremy Wyatt the absolute most were sitting right next to each other.
But JDX took up on the dog water too. Loved that. So stay tuned. I know that you could buy tickets in advance if you bought a shirt. Yeah, you got $5 off, which we didn't take advantage of, which is fine. We like supporting in full anyway, you guys. But tickets aren't available online as of yet, right?
No. All of that will be announced here in January. Okay. We're gonna, it's holiday week.
Yeah, there's no point in doing anything this week.
I'm literally traveling like the last 3 days of this week, so coming back you'll start seeing stuff. Stay tuned to the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams of Journey Pro. All throughout January and February, you will start stuff will happen. and stuff will be announced.
He wants to spill it so bad, Jamie. It's right there. He
I
wants
know.
to just.
he wants to say JDX will be there. That's all he wants to say.
Well, we will get announcements. We'll wait. I'm waiting. Just I'm more content. No, let's wait. Let's get an actual show announcement, and then we'll get tickets on sale. And then we'll talk about cards. So.
Show has been announced. Tickets are on sale. Well, we're on sale, but now they're on
at the show. For people at the show,
they were on sale, which I appreciate because that's what they used to do too. So that's a good thing. Because I know some people like that, But anyway, so Dog Market early, people, February 18th, and if you can't make it. Twitch.tv/Journey2Anarchy.
Yes. Oh, and my camera just disappeared. That's fun.
Oh.
See? Now it's, yep.
Oh.
Oh, this is going to be a fun video. Yeah, because I'm not editing this at all. I'm just going to leave this as is.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Black magic fuckery. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. Let's get into this. So, Jamie, you want to talk about video games? You said, right?
Yes, because I also want to talk about your the podcast that you're also involved in Party Invite. You did list your 2021 faves.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a big console guy. Like I just got my PS5. I'm playing the shit out of Ghost of Tsushima right now.
Oh, good game.
It is a great game so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm on Act 3 officially. I have not got there, but I'm a completionist, so I've done everything. I've liberated both the bottom two, and I'm just doing the top. But so for 2021, sir, what was your number one PlayStation 5 game? Because I know you got PS5. Or you can give me top three if you like.
So my top games that I played this year were on PC, but the ones that I'll shout out for PlayStation 5 are Deathloop, which is a lot of fun, and Returnal, which is very, very hard, but the story is so good. I just wanted to try to keep powering through. I didn't get good enough, so I have to re-dive back in through the holidays when I have some more time to be like, all right, now go back in, get your rhythm back, and actually get a go at this and try to finish this thing off because it is so difficult. But I'll tell you my two favorite games of the year. They're both indie games. Indies. Who would have known?
Hey, it's the theme, right?
So Death's Door, which is basically Zelda with crows, top-down old school Zelda with the crow, who is basically death. It's fantastic. And then the other one is a game called Inscription, which is a fantastic card game, but it's not just a card game. There is a lot going on. I will just tell you, it's spelled Inscription with crypt. So Inscription. This game is so meta and so fucking with the person that is playing it that I can't really tell you anything about it except that it is a card game and that you should go watch the YouTube trailer. I think there's one trailer, then there's a second trailer. Watch both of those. And then you'll be like, whoa, this game is not just a card game because it clearly showed me some other stuff that's going on in there, but I'm not sure what that means. The game is a mind F, and it literally just it was one of those. It's like a movie that you when you finish it, you're like, okay, who's beaten this so I can talk to you about it, or where are you at so I can talk to you about this specific thing.
Okay.
I can't spoil anything for you, but it's hard to hard to stream game because you don't want to spoil anything for anybody if they have any intention on playing it. It's only $20. It's well worth that. It's on Steam currently, and I'm sure because of its popularity that it'll come to consoles eventually. But the game is, I don't know that it can come to consoles. Never mind. There's some weird computery things. Anyway, I'm spoiling stuff. I shouldn't be talking this much about it, but the game is amazing. Inscription. It is incredible. Very heady. Very, very meta.
Oh, cool.
It recognizes that, it is aware of you. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. I get it.
It's very cool. And like I'm a card game person. Like when I was younger, I played a lot of Magic the Gathering, and now I'm playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena because it's free on my phone and it's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, it just like sucked me in. And the first time I saw a trailer, like we were party invite, we were like live streaming one of the events, right? Like the Xbox event or like a PlayStation event or E3 or something like that. And I think it was maybe Devolver because it's a Devolver digital game. They like showed the trailer for the game and all of us went, "What was that? What was that game? We're excited for that. When does that come out?" And we were right because it was.
Well, cool.
If we had an overall game of the year at Party Invite, it's Inscription. Like two of us are absolutely head over heels for it. So it's a phenomenal game. So check that out.
Awesome.
Wow. There you
That's
go.
cool. Yeah, I'm
looking for a game.
I'm big into those indie games. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love indie games.
Also, once you watch the trailer for Inscription, go to its website and have some fun poking around in there because it's quite the treat.
Okay.
Right.
I'll do that. I legit
nothing's
will.
dropped. I think you were sold there. Jamie's definitely sold. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. One thing I want to wrap up with here, like we always do. It would be a fun Total Spotfest interview with a little impossible game, right? So, new impossible game. And I'm going to keep it musical here for us. So, alien contact has been made with the human race. Oh. And you, by chance, have been selected to be one of the few people to present them with some pieces of our civilization. This is what they want. They want to know different things. They want to know about our history, our art, our likes, our dislikes, stuff like that. So the government comes to you and says, all right, you need to select 2 albums to send to this alien race. So your criteria is this. If you had to do this, send 2 albums off, what are 2 of what you would deem the perfect albums to include in this very small sampling to send off? This is what good music is.
Oh my God.
It's a tough one, I know. And I will go ahead and let you both stew on it for a second. And I will give you, since I came to this game, I already have an answer. So I'll give you what my 2 choices would be. Because one of them came to me immediately. The other one I had to think of quite a bit. But when I break it down and I think about it, I think that, what are perfect albums? I think there's a lot of them out there, a lot of different genres, I personally am very big into punk and metal and stuff of that nature, right? So I would put number 1, I would put probably one of my favorite albums of all time, Of Mice and Men, The Flood. It's start to finish. There's not a song on there that I won't listen to a million times. I love it. It's a great representation of post-hardcore. I think it's fantastic. I know it's not for everybody, but I think it is. If you like heavy music, it's not super, but not super like death metal-y, I think it's that perfect kind of transition into. So I'll do Of Mice and Men, The Flood. And my second one is the one that came to me instantaneously, because I will fight anybody that disagrees with me on this. One of my quintessential picks, always and forever, for what is a perfect album. YouTube Joshua Tree.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
1000%. And if anybody disagrees with me, you can comment, you can at me, and we can get to it, because you're wrong.
It's a great album.
It's a fantastic album. So, Jamie, Chris, either of you have an inclination. Government needs their answer. They need it quick.
Okay, I'm gonna. Ooh.
And it doesn't have to be like the two best albums of all time or 2 favorite, but just 2 perfect albums.
But you're giving it to you're you're giving it to the aliens to be like, this is who we are.
This is a representation. Now, you might not be the only one. Maybe it's the three of us that are doing this, but you're saying you're not the only one, but you're one of a very few small set of people that can select 2 albums. So you can't.
2?
2. You can select 2.
I got my 2 if you needed more time, Chris.
I need more time.
All right,
okay.
All right, Jimmy, what are your 2 perfect albums you're sending off to the aliens?
So the first one, this is the instant one that came to my mind, was the Moody Blues, Days of Future Past.
Okay, all right.
That's one that had Nights in White Satin. It was just top to bottom, like just the melodies, everything is harmonious.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then to show them something a little bit later that coined so much more, I'm going with the Beastie Boys' License to Ill. Top to bottom, one of the best.
I would say that's a perfect album. I would agree with you. That's a perfect album. 100%.
I mean, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be into new metal. I wouldn't be into rap. Like, yeah.
I mean, there's albums that I've used in other games that I've included in that. Rage 1, I think, is a perfect album. I know you don't agree with this in any stretch of the imagination, Jamie, but I think the Beatles' White Album.
See, that's where I was leaning. I was leaning Beatles, and for sure, I'm gonna put Abbey Road on that.
Oh, okay. Jamie hates the Beatles, by the way, so
you're a silly fool. I
appreciate what they did for music. I just don't like their music. I appreciate them though. That's the thing. I was burned out as a kid.
Touche.
So I'm struggling for the second one, but so I'm just gonna throw one out here.
You're going Abbey Road for sure.
I'm going Abbey Road for sure. That A side of that record is probably the best of any record ever made. So I'm gonna say that, and then I was like Bowie, and then I was thinking Bowie, and then I got off of Bowie. I'm gonna do Curtis Mayfield's Curtis.
Ooh. Oh. I would not have seen that coming, but I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, it's Curtis Mayfield is one of the best to ever do anything.
I mean, there's so many other good ones you could have. There's Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. That's another one I just thought of that. Goddamn, that should be on there too.
Mm-hmm. Or we could just do On Our Own by Bobby Brown, the single version.
Just the single. Just put that in there.
Just a single.
Look at you with the callback. That's how we do, people. Well, anyway, so very good choices. And it's tough, because I said, if you're responsible, you want this to embody, you're sending 2 off. Oh, what could it be, right? So,
yeah, I'm not saying that Abbey Road's you just made it like who is the people of Earth. Here's a sampling. So I was like, that'll work. The production on Curtis is like the best I've ever heard, I think.
It's wonderful. Very good. So, all right, well, that's another fun episode of the Impossible Game. So you guys get joining the fun. Give us a tweet, give us a comment down below. Let us know what albums you deem perfect albums that you would include in this very small compilation. So, Chris, thank you for your time. We always enjoy talking to you here. We're giving you time now. Plug away.
I just want a quick shout out. Thank you to everybody that helped out with the show. The last 2 shows. It's been great. Thank you, everybody that shows up and is a fan. It means a lot to see you guys freak out about stuff. It's fun. It makes it worth it. Go to keep your eyes peeled for Journey Pro's Twitter and Instagram, Facebook. All those links are, I'm assuming, down in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Yep. And go check out Party Invite. PartyInvite.games is the website. Party Invite Show on Twitch. Check out the show. If you missed it, you can go check out the show right now at twitch.tv/Journey to Anarchy. And go do that because I have to go through and write a bunch more notes down. So just to give to our guys.
Go check it out. Look for the Liontamer. Look for that Gary J spot. I'm telling you, that thing
Maybe keep your
shivers in your spine.
I'll give you a tease too. Maybe keep an eye on some Journey Pro favorites. Keep an eye on their Twitters and their social medias as well in the coming months. Or maybe just keep an eye on some of your favorite indie wrestlers on the Twitters and the Facebooks and the things of that nature.
Like it. Ooh, I like the vagueness. That's nice. Very nice.
Good things
Very
coming.
nice. Very evil.
Well,
I mean, he's just starting PT today, so you know.
He was on Twitch earlier. I saw it too. I was watching Ruby Soho. Hey Ruby, watching Ruby's Twitch earlier, and Danhausen and Adam Cole sent people over to bomb her. So Danhausen's out there. So subscribe to all things Journey Pro. Please do. All the links, like I said, down below. Listed here down below in the description box. Go check out that replay. And if you can't make it, you don't live in Kansas City, go check out that Twitch. Watch it live. Watch the replay. It's well worth it. And everybody appreciates your support over at Journey Pro for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And I will say during the main event, there are some technical issues, but that's because of the brawling to the outside. Somebody kicked some of the equipment, and so the equipment starts freaking out a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of par for the course for a Howletts match, too. Let's be honest. So,
yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we will be back on Thursday with our... Whoa. Jesus Christ.
Jesus H.
Whoa.
Had a little performance anxiety there. Okay. So we will be back on Thursday with a very special Christmas episode of our regular show. Santa came to town, and we're going to have all sorts of things going on. We're going to talk about Dynamite, talk about the week past in wrestling, and get you guys amped up for the holidays. So please check that out before your holiday festivities, and then we'll be back again next week, and so on and so forth. Chris, thank you for joining us. We do look forward to seeing you again, definitely in February, not before, probably before, but definitely in February at Journey Pro. So we hope to see you guys there. Jamie, that's all I got. Why don't you take us home, man?
All right. Well, first, Chris, Merry Christmas, and then finally, if you're not down with Total Spotfest, I have 4 words for you. I got a Liontamer.
We thought it was going to get better, but I feel like it's only going to get worse from here.
Hey, the first taste is for free, evidently.
All right, guys. We will see you next time. Take care.
Peace.
See ya.